Greetings, students. This is another message from your principal. Again, just a few reminders as we again gear up for the end of the year. We got almost 2 weeks left, a little over 2 weeks left for the end of the school year. And I've been so proud of the majority of the students, in our building. So many of you are doing such awesome things as far as in your classrooms, for your SOLs, out in the community, getting various awards. And I want to let each of you know that I'm extremely proud of you. Even students that I know have been navigating a lot of challenges and headaches throughout the day. I still know that each of you have the potential to continue to make growth, even in the last 2 weeks. We definitely never want to give up on a year or never just, as I said before, stop and not run through the tape. There's always a chance to make that improvement, to make that growth. So that opportunity also is always there on the student side and our side as well. A few things I want to discuss with you students. I know I've said these before, but I just want to make sure that I remind you again in this setting. I know I say this over the announcements every day, but students, the first 10 minutes of class and the last 10 minutes of class, we need to make sure that we are not utilizing our passes during that time. One, to make sure that we're maximizing instruction, and also to make sure that we're building that academic stamina for our students in our building. And that's something that we will continue to do even next year. And quite honestly, it's something I'm thinking about as far as extending that time. So I want to make sure that students that you're in class as much as possible. And as we've already stated, if you are late to class, you will not be able to utilize the pass for that specific class period. Also, just as a nugget, something I'm looking to do for next year is purchase agendas for all students, because what I've found is I think that would be a helpful tool in a whole host of ways as far as organization, as far as time management, specifically around the passes. So know that students who are rising seventh grade and rising eighth grade, that will be something that you will see next year. And we're working through those structures with admin and staff to make sure we have that for next year. But as far as this year, you need to make sure that you're on time to class so that you can utilize the pass for that class as well. Also, students, I just want to remind you, I know the weather is getting hotter and it's getting closer to the summer, but I definitely want to just remind you of just, FCPS's, dress code. And I'll just kind of read the language directly from the SNR&R for you. It says, FCPS respects students' rights to express themselves in the way they dress, but it is important, however, that their appearance is tasteful and appropriate for K-12 school setting. And again, the discussion around the dress code violations shall be held privately and maintain the dignity of the students. So basically, students, we're not going to put you on blast in front of your peers. We're going to have conversations with you privately if we see exposure of students. And I'll give you some examples using the language that is here in the SNR&R. The students you should have reviewed, obviously, at the beginning of the school year. It says exposure of private parts or show of excessive amount of bare skin within that. So ladies, making sure that your hoodies are zipped up so that you're not exposing any areas that should not be shown. Students, making sure, as far as boys, making sure that you're not sagging with your jeans across the board, and making sure that we're not exposing anything. We don't need to see your undergarments in that way as well. And I know our APs, our deans, our teachers, our counselors, or our staff members will have those private conversations with you. But I want to just remind you of what our dress code is to make sure that you are presenting yourself in a professional and dignified way, in a respectful way, because you want to make sure that how you're seeing and how you're being viewed is something that is definitely important, and it matters as far as how you present yourself, not just in school, but also outside of school as well. That goes to how you even see yourself. So know that we value those things, not because it's just a school rule, but it has impact to you, not just now, but even later into the professional career and also into your social career as far as how you dress yourself, how you conduct yourself out in society as well. So as always, just want to send those reminders, because I think those are things that are not just helpful for you here at Glasgow, but are transferable skills way beyond Glasgow and way beyond justice. Let's continue to have an awesome day here at Glasgow Middle School. Know that I love you, and let's keep pushing hard.